Hey there, fellow marketers. Welcome back to another episode at Formula Done, where we dive into the world of marketing and entrepreneurship while standing outside. Today, we're going to be talking about a guy who's not only a Hollywood superstar, but he's also a marketing maestro. How's that for alliteration? You guessed it, it's our favorite Canadian heartthrob, Ryan Reynolds. And let me tell you what, this guy knows how to make us laugh and sell stuff at the same time. It's this magical talent that he has. Plus, it doesn't hurt that he's not hard to watch, right? All right, so I know what you're thinking. You're like, Jen, why are we talking about Ryan Reynolds on a marketing show? Well, my friends, it turns out that Ryan is not just a pretty face, he's also a marketing genius. He's invested his time and money into companies, and let me tell you what, he's actually taken them to incredible new heights. It's really amazing. So I have a little bit of a confession to make. I heard about his recent investment into Formula One racing, and if you follow me or the show at all, you know that I'm a huge fan. So I was like, perfect. So then as I started to actually do some research into his marketing endeavors, I found out about his philosophy, and he's actually a true marketing genius, of course.
If you're authentic and you kind of come at it, warts and all, people embrace it. And that's something I carried over even into marketing.
And I completely agree with his philosophy. It's what we align with here at Formula Done. So I had to do an episode featuring all of this because it's fun to think that I have something in common with Mr. Ryan Reynolds, right? I'm getting interrupted by my cat coming up here. All right, so could go on and on about his impressive track record and everything, but you know that Ryan knows how to talk to his audience like they're real people. He's stated in interviews that
I think what advertisers sort of forget is that they don't realize that consumers are aware they're experiencing marketing.
Well, people are smart, so like they know it's an ad. So why would we pretend that there's some fancy curtain between us and them? Just say it like it is. So that's what we're gonna do. So remember that Aviation gin commercial where the Peleton girl, it was like a complete flop of an ad. This is amazing, classic Ryan move. He knows about advertising, and he wanted to call out this flop in like the most real way possible, right? No curtains, and it also doesn't help if you're funny. So the gist of the Peleton ad is where a husband had gotten a Peleton for his wife for Christmas. It was supposed to be this awesome, like, surprise kind of thing, right? In Peloton's eyes, right? In the eyes of the market, they saw it like, kind of like when you try to buy like a vacuum cleaner for your wife for Christmas, and it received tons of lashback, and you know, rightly so. So Ryan jumped on this opportunity from his marketing agency, right? And they turned it into an ad for Aviation gin. So picture this. The scene opens with the gal from the Peleton ad as if after Christmas, right? Sitting there looking shocked and horror struck. And then it pans back and it reveals her friends on either side of her trying to bring her back to reality. And they give her an Aviation gin martini and like, oh, it's all gonna be okay, right? Totally brilliant. Plays right into local culture and what's happening and what people are talking about. So what's awesome is that is breaking down the barrier of pretending it's not an ad. It's responding to real people feedback from an ad, in an ad. And so it's like tapping into that emotional trauma that we've all felt and we've heard with, you know, support through alcohol, but it's all something that we can relate to and understand. And that's why this works so well. It's like we took an ad and real people reacting to it. It's genius. Here's a quote from the man himself. It's about relating to people on the level they're going to relate to you, sharing the failures, the screw ups, and just being an authentic person. That's what people want. Real, someone they can actually relate to. And I completely agree with that. That's our philosophy here at Formula Done. That's what we do in all of our ads, because people are smart and they know that it's a person behind the camera, right?
I love TV ads. Watching them, making them, being in them. I mean, come on. Ads are supposed to be fun.
So I mentioned Ryan's advertising agency. Did you know that he actually created one? It's called
Maximum Effort.
Maximum Effort. It was created originally to help market the Deadpool franchise. So he has taken this and used it to authentically create unique messages that are resonating with even more people. They want to be able to move quickly and respond to current culture and trends that are happening. Ryan actually calls it Fastvertising, right? And it not only supported Deadpool, but some other movies that he was in, as well as other companies that he's purchased, including Aviation Gin, which we talked about, and Mint Mobile and some other stuff.
As owner of Mint Mobile, I always want to find ways to save you money.
So now let's talk about Ryan's latest endeavor into the Alpine Formula One team. So here's where my excitement level just goes like through the roof, because huge F1 fan, right? And thanks to Netflix's Drive to Survive show, more and more people are getting into Formula One. The show actually shows the behind the scenes action, the rivalries, the personalities involved, everything that's going on behind the scenes, right? It's actually way more exciting than the races themselves. And it's why people are drawn to it. So guess what? Ryan Reynolds, I think, saw potential in that and the growth of Formula One. And so then he actually invested into Alpine. Actually, he's investing his time and personality, right? Maybe, who knows what'll come off? Maybe another spin-off? So see, I think that Ryan Reynolds has actually landed on this universal truth that marketing isn't just about spending a ton of money to push your message and sales. It's about increasing your reach. And if you're relating to people as humans and talking about the things that they are thinking and talking about, then you're going to resonate with them. And when you have that message that resonates, then you push that out using marketing. You reach more people, you touch them in a way that makes them want to get more. Little Deadpool reference there, had to get in, right? Anyway, but honestly, if you're truly authentic, people know this. They know, they can feel it, and they know that they can trust you, right?
Trust bound.
Ultimately, they buy if it's the right fit. So Ryan Reynolds played on this idea when he took out the full-page ad in the New York Times for Mint Mobile, and in it he shared this. I love this, it's so genius. On Sunday, some companies will spend over $5 million to advertise in a game so expensive, I can't even mention its name, lest we summon an army of lawyers. I love that, right? And he continues. As the new owner of Mint Mobile, that's a hard no. Mint offers premium wireless service for $15 a month, so we could literally give away 300,000 months of free service and still save money. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. Brilliant, genius, right? He's totally breaking the fourth wall. He's relating to people who may think that Super Bowl ads are a giant, huge waste of money, right? And instead, he's building this rapport. He's building relationships by giving back, or so it seems, like giving back, even though you're paying for it, right?
You are amazing. Wow.
So, my fellow marketers, let's take a page out of Ryan Reynolds' book. Here are some key takeaways that you can use in your own business. First of all, pay attention to what your prospects are seeing, hearing, and doing. If you're relevant, whether it's global viral topics or something niche specific, right? Stay in tune with your audience. This is where
you look at some of these big kind of enterprise brands that have existed for decades. There, a lot of times their marketing sort of go-to is 9-10 months in advance. So they're plotting the messaging, they're plotting the stories that they're going to tell 9-10 months in advance. And I don't know that you are going to be as effective as when you're moving at the exact same speed as culture. So
things that are happening in your niche, in your industry, in the world as a whole, it's all fair game. If your prospects are thinking about it and talking about it, then you should be too. It's how you're going to relate. Thinking fast, doing something like a Facebook or YouTube Live, and if it resonates, put some ad money behind it to increase your reach, right? Secondly, be human. Drop the facade and talk to people like they're, well, like people.
Showing people a demo of a revolutionary ad tech software is not going to be the most exciting thing in the world. So we had to find a way to do that. And I'd actually pitched this earlier on, maybe a couple of months before, and I thought, oh, you know, I'll eat one of these peppers. And I just thought it was so much funnier if I play the sort of, you know, big shot movie star who's unwilling to put his own ass on the line, which is really actually quite true.
Share your wins, your failures, and let your personality shine. People want authenticity, not robotic marketing, right? Okay, soapbox moment here. Sometimes it happens that in our business, we're in the middle of a total shit show and that's okay. You can talk about being in a tough spot in business right now, but don't overshare. Have a meltdown or share all of the details of your mess on social media until you've come out the other side. If you share it all, it looks like a disaster, right? Instead, document the process of the mess while you're in it. Don't overshare. If it's too scary, you're actually going to drive people away, and that's not what we want. Now, after the fact, you can share the scare, right? And third, use your marketing to increase your reach.
If we all look at like something that's happening in the world, something that becomes like the talk of a community or talk of the internet, something that breaks the internet, there's always that one person or several people who put out a tweet that is like, liked by 10 million people, that becomes the sort of encapsulates what everyone's feeling about this moment that's happening. But now if you can add production to that and do that at relatively the same speed as someone, say, tweeting, if your brand becomes the conversation.
Remember, it's your uniqueness, your willingness to try, and your ability to relate to people and experiences that it's ultimately going to convert people. Marketing just amplifies your message, but it's your genuine self that actually seals the deal. So if you focus more on being human and sharing your human experience, relating to other humans, when you find those messages that work and you put ad spend behind it, even if we're talking about a simple boosted post for $10, that's what's going to work. All right, well, I'd like to thank Ryan Reynolds for being someone to look to. And also a source of inspiration. And that's all for today's episode of Formula Done. If you want to learn more about how I use the traffic trifecta and personality marketing to achieve extraordinary results, head on over to formuladone.com/apply. We may not be maximum effort and we don't have Ryan in our back pocket, I'm sorry to say, but Formula Done may be the right fit for your business, and we do deliver results.